I want to end the first hour of the show talking about an FBI investigation. There's a little bit of misunderstanding about this as well. It's been reported at ESPN. The FBI is investigating the Major League Baseball Players Association and the NFL Players Association because of its ties to a company called One Team Partners. One Team Partners is a group licensing venture. Let me explain what it is. One of the things that players have in Major League Baseball is they own their name, image, and likeness, and they have the ability to monetize their name, image, and likeness. Think about trading cards. They get to do trading card deals. They get to do autograph deals. They have their NIL. We've got all of the IP, which is why some commercials that you see players in, it looks like they're wearing their home uniform. But if you look closely, the cap doesn't have the mark of the team. The uniform isn't the exact uniform of the team. It looks like it, but it's not. When players do commercials, they get an endorsement opportunity. The company calls up the major league team. Hey, we're doing a commercial with player X. We'd like that player to be in a Marlins uniform. And we say, great, that'll be 25 grand. And they say, oh, all right, no thanks. We'll just put him in a teal vest and we'll call it even. And there's not one thing we can do about that unless there is confusion in the marketplace where the uniform looks so much like what we have that we can sue for infringement, trademark infringement, which we don't do because agencies are smart. But what leagues do is they go around and try to monetize all of these things because they're building up their lockout fund, their strike fund. They distribute money to all members of the union. Do you remember we've talked about players who broke the picket line during lockouts and during strikes and how those players were allowed to play Major League Baseball after? Kevin Millar, a friend of the show, is an example of someone who played when there was a strike or lockout, and the punishment was you get to be part of the union, but you don't get licensing money. All of the money that gets distributed to the players that they make as an industry, as a union, gets distributed amongst the players evenly, whether you're the 26th man or the top man. The problem is what's happening now is there's a bunch of potential, shall we say, people doing things they shouldn't be doing as part of this venture. There's talk that Tony Clark is somehow involved in doing things that likely he shouldn't have been doing. There have been investigations. There have been people questioning who's working where, how much they're getting paid to do what. The FBI, when they see an issue like this that can get this sort of attention, they're going to investigate. It doesn't mean they're going to bring charges. It doesn't mean there's been illegal activity. It means there is a thought. There is a possibility of illegal activity. That's what we pay the FBI in theory to do, not do the witch hunts, but to actually find out when there are illegal activities happening. If this business venture turns out to have had activity within it that could cause someone to be compromised, the way the unions will deal with that is by removing the people who were compromised. It will not change the reality of a company like this representing the union in its efforts to raise money. Could Tony Clark's job be sacrificed? If he is found to have been involved in any improprieties, they're going to let him go. And I'm certainly not accusing him, not saying he did, but I am saying that when the FBI investigates, they're doing it for a reason because they only have a certain amount of time. They only have a certain amount of capital to use in these investigations. It doesn't mean you're going to get an announcement. It doesn't mean you're going to get a result anytime soon. But if you are the subject of investigation, yes, I have been on behalf of companies I've been a part of. The reality is it's in your mind. The reality is you go ahead and continue doing your job. And if you've done nothing wrong, you've got nothing to worry about, only your time and only legal fees. Did Tony Clark do something? We're going to find out. And if he did something that involves getting money to him, his family in any way that union members did not know of or approve or that is not legal, you can't do that. The FBI will continue its investigation. They will then, at one point or another, I suspect, they will look really deep into the camera in front of a big press conference because everyone likes when big names get taken down. It creates great exposure for the entities who are doing the investigating. And they will have the ability to look right in the camera and just say, hey, it was just business.